Welcome to Tiny Spark Creative. I am E, your storyteller. If this is your first video, please join the journey at video number 1, Abee's story. But if you're here for video number 11, Shroomy's story, happy to have you. Before I begin, I wish to set an intention that only the highest vibrations of unconditional love and light of positivity energy are shared during this reading. And with that, let's get started. Shroomy's story. Whew, okay. The sun is out and the sky is clear. Abee's excited and ready to explore. So she heads straight to Shroomy's cottage, but he doesn't answer when she gives a few little knocks on his door. She finds his absence strange and starts checking to see if anyone knows where he might have gone. It turns out the baker says he saw Shroomy leaving the village and said he left this morning, just around dawn. Without hesitation, Without another hesitation, Abee dashes off to look for her dear friend who has gone and left so very early. You see, she's worried about Shroomy and wonders what would cause him to leave without a word and in what seems like some sort of hurry. It took some searching, but Abee finally spots Shroomy, sitting with his head buried in his hands down near the edge of the pond. She calls out to him, and he should have heard her, but Shroomy doesn't lift his head or bother to respond. Abee moves in a bit closer, and hears her friend crying with sadness that he has never before shown. Joy and happiness are the emotions that she knows him to always be in. It's the only way for her that Shroomy has ever been known. Abee puts her arm around Shroomy, and says to him, "I know you to always be joyful, happy, and ever so kind. Please tell me, my friend, what have I interrupted? What is the sadness in you that I have come here to find?" Shroomy raises his head, wipes his eyes, and he does all that he can to gain his composure. He takes 3 deep breaths and prepares to deliver out loud to Abee his deepest disclosure. "Abee, as my dear friend, you know me to always show up, filled with happiness and cheers. Happy and joyful are what you're used to seeing, but today you will come to know the cause of my pain and tears. I know you're wondering what can be causing me to look this hurt and feeling so very sad. Well, Abee, the truth is I've shared some stories with you, but the one I've never shared is the one about my mom and my dad." Shroomy continues, "You see, today is the anniversary of when I lost both of my parents." He lets out with an awfully painful groan. "Losing both my mother and my father caused me to hurt deeply and left me feeling very lost, sad, and all alone. I put on a brave face because you see the pain and sadness. Well, I did all that I could to just hide. I asked to be left alone, telling everyone that I was fine, but truthfully, when I was alone, this is when I hurt and most and when I cried. Their loss has left such an empty space that at times I find that it's impossible for me to feel. You see, that space is in my heart, and to this day that the emptiness has a strong presence still." Abee cannot believe her ears. She is in shock to hear excuse me a second. Sorry. Obviously, I relate to some of these stories. Okay, where was I? Abee cannot believe her ears. She is in shock to hear of the pain that Shroomy has opened up and he now shares. She has watched her friend do nothing more than express love and happiness towards all others, because it's in the pain of others that Shroomy, she knows, is someone who truly cares. Excuse me. She never once imagined that he could have something so incredibly painful buried deep inside of his heart And now she wonders how it's even possible to spread love and joy to others with this pain that he carries inside, and along with it tearing him apart. Abee says, Shroomy, I never knew that within you bear such sorrow and carrying this heavy pain. It really hurts me deeply, my friend, to see the tears from your eyes falling and flowing like steady pouring rain. Shroomy, you must know that from your heart emanates a love that takes the form of a beautiful radiant light. Please understand, my friend, this love that you share, it is very vibrant and it's so incredibly bright. So I wonder how you carry this pain and yet you hide it so very well. Shroomy, can you share more? And if you can, do you think you may be willing to tell? Abee, on the night I said goodbye to my parents, it was most certainly incredibly sad and of course all sorts of scary. And later that night, while I was weeping into my pillow, I was visited by a beautiful, loving fairy. She came to comfort me and to tell me that all would be okay. She gave me a hug, she told me I was loved, and said there was more for her to say. The fairy placed in this bag a magical mirror, handed it over, and said that it's something that will assist me with all of my grief. And then she told me to go forward and use the magical mirror to help heal others, and in return, love is what I shall receive. Abee gives Shroomy a big comforting hug, thinks for a moment, and then thanks her friend for sharing his painful story, for she had not a single clue. She says to him, if you will please come with me, Shroomy, I have an idea. Yes, I think I know just what to do. Abee takes Shroomy's hand and tells him, come, Shroomy, won't you please come along with me? Abee has something to show Shroomy. It's something that she's excited about, and it's something she desperately wants her friend to see. The two hurry back to Shroomy's village, where Abee says, now just trust me, my friend, and give a knock on that cottage door. She continues, Shroomy, it is time you understand that you are not just a friend. No way. Because to many, you are so much more. He knocks on the door of the cottage that Abee has taken him to on what has started out as a dark and gloomy day. And when the door opens, Shroomy is speechless. He has no words. For once, he has nothing sitting on his tongue to say. Out from the cottage comes Queen Nisa, and all of the Naries are with her too. Following right behind are Gorbert and Wallace, Kenna, Milton, Polly, Wally, and Millie, as all have now surrounded and come into Shroomy's view. Abee says, Shroomy, all of your friends have come to share their gratitude for the love that you unselfishly gave. You see, everyone here has had their lives transformed by your love because you have been so stoic and so incredibly brave. We all came together to show you how much we care and how we all truly feel. My friend, please open your heart and let in our love, because our love, we hope, is what will help you to heal. Shroomy's eyes begin to water once again as his tears are starting to start, but only this time he's crying tears of joy, because the love from his friends is flowing right in and filling the hole in his heart. Shroomy turns to Abee and says, thank you, Abee. I'm so very grateful to have you in my life, for you are my dearest friend. And for our two heroes, Abee and Shroomy, the story is over. At least for now, the adventure has come to an end. Thank you so very much for joining me. I invite you to join me on the next video for video number 12, Pebble's story. See you there.